When was the moment? Did it begin with the flick of that bat? Or the fire that it set inside us? Did it begin
Feel
the day
that?
our
The
dream was
goosebumps?
denied?
That's a combination of Kiefer Sutherland
realized
and
it was
October
still within
baseball.
our
That's right.
grasp?
The movie star lent
Did it
his
start with the
grave
determination
tones to an
to
epic
fulfill
new
potential?
Blue Jays video, hyping up fans and the team
return
for the
of a
big
phenomenal
game
lefty?
ahead.
With an MVP's passion.
My next guest, he's probably got those goosebumps. He's one of those super fans, counting down the hours, the minutes to tonight's opening pitch. Michael Corridore, you are a super fan.
Yes, I am.
And why do you call yourself a super fan?
I mean, I call myself a super fan because, you know, when the Jays are in the playoffs, when the moments matter the most, I try to be there in the stadium supporting the Jays, and it's been this way all my life.
So let's talk about tonight. It was a bit of a roller coaster for the Blue Jays going through that.
I mean, some people kind of jumped off the bandwagon at the last second, but you got to stay through to the end, and they've made it.
They've made it to tonight.
Yes.
They've made it to tonight. So you watched 162 games this year, and now we're on to game 163. Nervous? Excited? How do you explain those feelings?
I mean, that's what comes with baseball, right? You take the highs and the lows. You kind of wait for that moment, and if it comes, you celebrate, and if it doesn't, you wait for next year. But, I mean, tonight I'll definitely be rooting for the Jays as hard as I can.
So when you're sitting there watching them, you're not going to go to tonight's game, but you have spent a bit of money on some playoff tickets because you know they're going to win tonight, right?
That's true. So unfortunately this year the demand was so high for tickets, so I kind of had to make a bit of choices. You were allowed 12 tickets, so I kind of pushed those tickets out to the World Series games, the ALCS games, because I know deep down that they're going to make it.
So you were confident watching tonight's game that they are going to win, and you've already bought those tickets further down the road.
Yeah, when the World Series starts, the Jays will be there, and so will I.
Awesome. So tonight, where will you be watching this?
I'll be with a bunch of my buddies at Jack Astor's, rooting them on with the rest of the crew who can't quite afford the tickets, but will be super passionate.
Super passionate. What do you look for in a game? Like, when is it? It's like, I know they're taking it now.
I mean, so tonight against Baltimore, I think it's going to be about getting out to an early lead. Like, they've got a great bullpen, and I think tonight it's going to be about being aggressive, jumping on the fastball, and I think if they can put a couple of runs up early, they'll have no problem taking it.
So it's the second year in a row that they've made the playoffs. Last year, it was gravy. But let's be frank, the first time in 22 years making the postseason, you don't remember when they won the in 92, 93, right?
I've been told by my dad that I was there. You know, I don't really have too many memories of that. I was a bit young, but really glad that I could experience it for the first time last year.
But you have this feeling, I think, from 92, 93 when they took it.
Yeah, I mean, deep in my heart, I know that, you know, I was rooting there with my hands up, probably screaming along with everyone else. So.
Yeah. Now, how did you end up falling in love with the Blue Jays? I have to mention this wonderful shirt that you have on. Look at this. Maybe you can show the camera over there, that shirt.
Yes, Frosty the Strowman. I mean, I feel like every Jays super fan has to have like a pun shirt. So this is my Blue Jays Christmas sweater. Got to represent Strowman, who'll be pitching tonight, and I know he's going to throw an incredible game.
How do you know that? How do you, like...
I know that because I have his shirt on, and I'm just channeling my energy into him.
So if Toronto, and I hate to say this to a super fan, if Toronto loses tonight, their playoff dreams are over. Here's a photo of you reacting to last year's loss against Kansas City. Oh, no, that's you with your girlfriend at a game. There's another picture there that shows you reacting to a loss. There it is.
Yes.
Are you prepared for something like that?
I mean, I prefer not to look at this picture. That's like a very dark time in my life. But, you know, I took that last year after I came home from, I guess, the game that they lost against Kansas City, Game 6. You know, if that is going to be my fate again tonight, then so be it. But that's kind of why you watch, right? In order to overcome that.
So we've heard from Brenda all morning about, you know, what it can take. Is it the pitching? Is it the, you know, the scoring home run? What is it going to take for the Blue Jays to beat Baltimore tonight in a do-or-die match?
I think for the Jays, it's just going to be about having the confidence to walk into their home stadium and just take care of business. I mean, if you look at the numbers, they're the favored team. If you kind of listen to all the experts, they're their favorite team. So it's about showing up and doing, you know, what you can do.
Now, we were just showing a picture of you and your girlfriend at the stadium. When was that taken?
That was about 3 years ago. And you might notice that the stadium in the background's a bit empty. You know, the Jays have come quite a long way since this picture 3 years ago. And you know, listening to the city come alive with the Jays has been an amazing time.
So you were there before all of the 40,000 seats were filled, and you will be there in the playoffs too.
Absolutely. I've got 12 tickets.
12 tickets, and what does that total up to? About
It's $2,500.
$2,500.
Which, I mean, is a lot of money for anyone, including myself, but when it comes to the Jays.
Just quickly, when you're watching that game, do you pace, do you watch? Is there anything you do for luck for the Jays?
For luck, I mean, I wear my actual Jays jersey to every single game. Not this one. I had to wear the Stroman shirt for the interview, but to the games, I wear my Jays jersey, and I have a pretty good track record of success when I go to the games. So just hoping for continued success.
Okay, we will have all the details tomorrow morning for sure. Michael Corridore, Blue Jays superfan, appreciate your time today.
Thanks so much, Hannah.
Swinging and drive.